Hey everybody, this is Dan, May 16, 2012, and in this video I want to give a shout out to my partner, one of the guys that always gives me his opinion and supported my videos, and I appreciate him for still giving me his opinion, and that's Henchman696. Check out his channel, subscribe to him, good brother, and tells it like it is, and I appreciate that. And I've been trying to approve all of the comments that I've been getting from regular people, and I went on the YouTube option to automatically approve friends, but for some reason I don't really understand how that process works. So for everybody that normally tunes in and makes comments, it's not that I'm not trying to automatically have your comments just come through without being approved, because I don't have a problem with what you guys say. As I've explained previously, it's only for the naysayers and people that try and use red herring fallacies to deflect from my message that I will not allow to see the light of day when I'm honestly and actually trying to help my people out. So it's not for you guys. Anybody that disagrees with me that are in my regular viewers, I have no problem with your disagreements, and I will respectfully post those and give you feedback on what I think, or make a video to actually respond to that. So which leads me to this video, and it's inspired by Henchman696 because he made a valid point. Kanye West has a song says, if you are a black man in a Mercedes, you're still a nigger in a coupe. And excuse my use of the word nigger. I know that's a very derogatory word that I don't normally try and throw out there, but I'm just paraphrasing what this particular artist said. Now, mind you, Kanye West is a hip-hop artist, the one black man that Barack Obama has called a jackass on 2 occasions. May have been more than 2 occasions, but it's funny how he can call a black man a jackass, but won't call anybody else that has issued death threats against him, talk disparagingly about him. He won't call Hannity and Combs jackasses, but he'll go out of his way to reiterate the fact that he feels that another black man, I wouldn't even say another, a black man said jackass to him. Well, excuse me, that another black man offended him, and therefore he feels like this black man is a jackass. But what I want to talk about, as I said previously, was inspired by Henchman696, and shouts out to him most definitely. And he made a statement earlier about the way you look and you're still a black man, and that's most definitely true. And if anybody thought that I was implying that the way you look changes the reality of how people still see you in black skin, I did not mean to convey that message, because I know as a 43-plus-year-old black man that that's not the reality of it. People will still see you and fear you because you don't have the complexion for the connection. So if anybody feels like I said that, I do deeply apologize. I never meant to say that. But what I mean to convey, and I've always said this throughout my lifetime, is we've tried one way so long, why not try another way? You see, lately there was a Major League Baseball player, an African-American baseball player up in New York, that was leaving a hotel, and allegedly he said some racial epithets toward a Jewish person. And he got in some serious trouble and was called on the carpet for it and penalized, and also charged with a hate crime just for rendering a derogatory or racial epithet toward a person of Jewish descent. Now, why do I bring that up? As I've said in previous videos, I bring that up because we have minimized our struggle so much in America that it does not mean anything anymore. And it all started with the devaluation of us as people and the total destruction of our culture. So here we are, we've been embarked on a certain path for so long that does not seem to work for our inner city youth, for our disenfranchised or lower rung black people in society. We have been castigated to a certain realm of society that says all of you look alike, all of you dress alike, all of you act alike, therefore we will treat you all as one group if you assimilate and be like one particular overriding factor that's, for most intents and purposes, a negative factor within that one demographic. So when I speak about an opportunity squandered in the midst of the Trayvon Martin case, what I speak of is, let's not continue to perpetuate what has not worked. Why do we have to juxtapose our youth against another set of youth when the reality is not the same? It does not make sense for a white person to put on a hoodie and tell me I'm Trayvon Martin, because you're not Trayvon Martin. And I made this reference in my previous videos. Therefore, it is inherently obvious that I know that skin color matters. Reasoning for me referencing the same so-called black leaders that tell our children, you can wear a hoodie, you can do this. They don't raise their children like that. Their kids do not talk like that. They're educated in Ivy League schools. They don't even attend historically black universities. They attend Ivy League universities, graduate with Ivy League degrees, yet they tell you that you can be just like Trayvon Martin, that you won't be shot down. When you know the reality of it, you will be shot down. You will be profiled. You will be stopped by the police. You will be grouped into a demographic that says these black folks over there are more than likely perpetrators of crime. You will do that. It's automatic. So at what point do we start to instill as a whole and remove from our youth, from our youngsters, this hip-hop culture that says that you can dream big, but the reality is you may not make it big? When? When will we stop placing ebonics, slang language, in the midst of our everyday lives? Why have we made our culture? Why have we made a culture of something that people have handed us and said, you go this route? Why is my obvious question. And I will continue to ask that question. Why do we have black boys that graduate from high school that can't even write a proper sentence? Can't express themselves? Can't articulate their ideas and their feelings? Why? So the only thing I'm saying is, I happen to live in an area where there are a lot of affluent black people, where I'm not surrounded by all whites. And I've done business in New York, and I know exactly what he was saying about the feeling of stepping on the elevator in New York, because I've been to New York on several occasions, and I know that you're not surrounded by black people in New York in certain areas that you go into. I know this. But I don't live in New York. I live in an area where if you are wearing your pants up on your butt, dressed appropriately, looking like somebody, you'll be treated like somebody. You will be automatically distinguished from somebody that looks like a hoodlum. And you will be separated from that. Why I know? Because I encourage and I demand that my son separate himself from those that want to look like the bottom of the barrel. And I don't allow it. You can call me old-fashioned, you can call me whatever you want to call me, but we've tried the old way for so long. And it hasn't worked. It has not worked. Look at these so-called black leaders' children. Look at them. Most of the time they hide them from you. But look at Jesse Jackson Jr. He didn't raise him like he tells you to raise your kids. Look at Al Sharpton's daughter. He didn't raise her like he tells you to raise your kids. Look at Julian Bond's children. Look at Joseph Lowry's children. They don't raise their kids the way they advocate for you to raise yours, because their reality is not the same. So no, I won't back down. I will not back down, and I will stay steadfast in saying that our children have to begin to learn, if we're going to stay in this land that is not ours, our children will have to distinguish, separate, and surpass those children that don't want to make it in this place called America. They have to do that.